Here is one question. Which service enables AWS customers to manage users and permissions in AWS? This is a very simple question.
Option 2.
Yes. Option 2. Every user you create in IAM system starts with which permissions? So suppose I create one new user, it starts with which permissions?
Full permission?
No, with no permissions. Because while creating one user, there will be no permissions from AWS side. You need to provide some permissions by attaching some policies, some permissions. So you need to attach that permissions. So initially AWS will not give any permissions.
Just think logically that you create a user and then you forget it. So that means
Yeah.
by default you will get all access, right?
All access, yes.
So
I
next
thought
is
by creating policies we will block those.
So which of the following should you do to secure your AWS root user? So what are the ways to secure your AWS root user?
Enable MFA.
Yes. Enable MF is the right answer, but you have to select two.
Yeah, and strong password
Yes,
to secure your AWS root user. Yeah.
the strong password. MFA actually I forgot to tell you. Okay, maybe in the next session I will show you how you can enable your MFA device in a IAM user. How does multi-factor authentication work? Okay, we can skip this question. Okay, we'll discuss. You can read. I will explain.
In I guess the first one instead of a no, the first one is not correct. Okay. In addition to an access password, user also authenticate via physical MFA device. Yes, B
Yes.
could be the answer. How about C? Users authenticate using tokens. No, there will be. It's not multi-factor. Users authenticate using password and also either a physical or virtual MFA device. Either a physical or virtual MFA device. What is virtual MFA device? I don't know.
Virtual means that you can say your Google Authenticator. D also somehow right, but B is the best answer. In addition to your access password, you are using your user ID and password. Plus, additionally, you are using one MFA device. Okay, what is an IAM role?
A set of permissions allowing access to specified AWS resources.
Yes, you are right. A trusted entity. After creating a new IAM user, which of the following must be done before they can successfully make API calls? See, it's asking about API calls.
Create a set of access key for the user.
Yes. To make a API call, you need to create access key and secret key. For console access, only user and password. Any questions or any doubt here?
No.
So within the IAM service, a group is considered as a
collection of users.
yes, it's a collection of users. An organization has 100 employees. The organization wants to set up AWS access for each department. Which of the below mentioned options is a possible solution?
Option 1. Hold on one second. Create IAM roles based on permission and assign users to each role.
Okay, any other option? So here it's saying 100 employees, like not 2 or 3 employees, 100 employees, right? And the organization want to set up AWS access to each department, right? So as per Sudhir, create IAM roles based on IAM permission and assign users to each role. So I am just going to create a each and every role for any for every users, right? But if I see the option 3, create IAM groups based on the permissions and assign IAM users to it. So create a group and assign some role, some permissions. That will be once, and just add the users to it.
Is there any IAM group? At such group? I thought there is no
Yes,
such
groups,
IAM group.
groups. IAM is a service and it's showing its groups. Create groups.
Okay.
You can create groups, and for the group wise you can add some permissions. The permissions apply to the groups only, and then add users. Those users have same set of permissions which are in the groups.
Okay.
So you are setting up a blog on AWS. In which of the following scenario will you need AWS credential?
Okay. Option 4 and 5, and then what is option 2? I can't understand that sentence.
Okay.
Sign into
Option 2
running
is
instance to
sign in the running instances. To instance some to sign in the running instance to instance some software. Like you just need to upload some software or download some software from the instance. Like I'm connected to the Windows system and I'm downloading Notepad there or TextPad there.
Okay, I don't understand that, but what I'm thinking is 1, 4, and 5.
1, 4, and 5.
You're saying you're setting up a blog, so log into blog, blogs content management system to
Means
write.
4 is option sake.
No,
Suppose you have created one EC2 instance and install some WordPress for your blogging and you are connecting to that WordPress to write the
yeah,
blog.
you log into WordPress and you can get your pictures from H3.
See, okay, let me explain. To connect to your own blog site, you don't need access key and secret key or any credentials. But to log into your instance, you may need. So here option 1, 3 and 5 needs required.
Okay,
Because to launch an instance, you need to log into your console,
yep,
right?
right.
To sign in, you need one console. And to post picture, to upload a picture to S3, you also need the credential. But to sign in a running instance, like suppose in Windows instance, you want to upload some software or download some software, you don't need this credential. And also your blog management, you also don't need. Okay, I think this is the last question. Okay, 1 minute. Your organization is preparing for a security assessment of your use of AWS. In preparation for this assessment, which 2IAM based practice should you consider implementing? So the option 2 and 3. Configure MFA on your root account and also assign IAM users and groups configure with the policies granting least privilege. So you need to provide the at least privileges means as least as possible. Suppose your user is going, you have created one user and initially you want that your user should access only your RDS service. So you have to only provide the RDS service and read only or write whatever is needed. So you need to provide the least privileges access. That does not mean that for the user you have provide the admin access. Okay, do whatever thing. That this will not be a best practice, a security practice. Your security team may find only the admin user can get admin access, right? So this is all about your IAM questions we discussed.